his ball above all.
Also loaded with paper. You didn't even have to refill it for a while.
Yeah, man.
Just update it with new topics. Oh man, I don't even want to do this one. I swear.
You have to, man. You
Oh
pulled
my
it. You pulled it.
gosh.
You pulled it.
I just think it's such a friggin' This is so. Is LeBron the GOAT or is the NBA rules catered to him?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
That's the question.
That's a
I
loaded
don't
question.
even want to go there.
That's a
bro.
loaded question.
That's
So you start
Is
with
LeBron
who you
the-
want to start, or you start. It's up to
We'll
you.
start with no. I feel
Okay.
like he has something to say right
All
now.
right, all right.
How
Is
long do we
LeBron
have
the
here?
GOAT?
How long
Is
do
the
we
M-
have?
Are the NBA
Exactly.
rules
How long do
catered
we
to
have?
him?
I'm gonna be completely
I'm gonna go
honest.
this way too. So
Yeah,
I'll go
I'm
last.
gonna be completely honest.
Oh shit.
LeBron is definitely not the GOAT to me, man. I'm sorry.
And this is a younger guy.
Yeah,
saying it.
younger. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say. Yeah.
He's an amazing player. Obviously, he's easily one of the best players ever. Obviously,
Yeah.
is he the GOAT? Not to me personally. So I don't know what that would equate to. You know what I'm saying? Whether how much my opinion matters, or
It matters highly at this stage.
But I personally don't see LeBron as the GOAT. I have a guy, maybe two guys over him. I don't know.
Who are those two?
Okay, so
Yeah.
so
Are we sure you
so
want to do
Michael-
that?
I was gonna say.
Are you
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
you want
You
to
could
do
just
that?
name them. It
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
go into deep.
You don't have to.
okay,
Yeah.
That might
okay.
stir up the
Just
pot.
name
So factually,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan is over him. Factually.
Yeah, I'll get to him.
Okay.
That's a consensus, yeah?
Yeah, I agree.
Factually,
100%.
factually. Emotionally, I got Kobe over.
Ooh, that's Chris's guy.
Emotionally, but that
What does that
was.
mean emotion? Don't separate them.
my guy,
Don't
man. That was
separate them. Is Kobe there or not? I think Kobe.
Man, I got Kobe there, but for like I said, for many reasons that might not always be
Yeah.
stats and that type of stuff. You know
But
what
okay,
I'm
but let's
saying?
say
So,
basketball-wise, is Kobe there?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
Kobe there.
I
I
agree.
got Kobe there. So yeah, I feel like there was a second half of that question.
Does,
There was
does,
Yeah,
does, is the game catered to LeBron?
to him?
Yeah.
You know what? No, I'm gonna disagree with that. I don't think the game is catered to him. I think at this point in his career, he's done a great job of putting together teams that adds to his game. It makes him elevate. He elevate, and his teammates are in a position to also elevate based on the way that he's playing too. So I don't think there's a rule that you could put in to like help him at this point, or he's going. It's not like LeBron goes to the line like 14 times or 16 times like even some of these other guys. So no, I disagree with that. I don't think that he's being like babied or anything like that. I think that he plays amazing and his team helps him play too. So
Yeah.
that's what I gotta say.
The GOAT is always a personal preference, but when we're talking about the GOAT, there's really two people, we commonly debate, Michael Jordan and LeBron. And for me, the GOAT is measured in championships. And LeBron, what are you? 4 and
4 and
7.
10.
4 and 7
No,
now.
4 and 7.
4 and
What?
7
No,
now.
I think it's 4 and
No,
10.
he's been
now.
there 10
No,
times.
he's been to the finals 11 times.
11?
Yeah, he's been because he went 8 times straight or something crazy
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
LeBron is an amazing role model. He's a fantastic, as I said earlier, one of the greatest GMs of all time. The man can move pieces like anything else. A lot of Michael Jeffrey Jordan didn't have that opportunity. Kobe Bryant didn't have that as well. LeBron's an amazing player. Will go down as probably the second or third greatest player, but for me, again, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And as Nell said as well, Kobe is right up there.
Jelly beans, man.
Right,
Rest
right.
in peace
Jelly
to my man
bean,
Kobe as
man.
well.
Yeah.
Second part of that, does it cater to him? Again, he's the greatest GM of all time. So but the game overall, he's the figure of the NBA. He's such an amazing role model. The NBA supports him, but I don't think they cater to his needs. So no, I don't think there's any foul play involved or anything that you could say that's really pushing the game one way to LeBron. But Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time.
All right, man. All right.
I'll let you finish, Landon. I'll just plug in real quick.
Yeah, so I think.
No, I'll let you finish.
Okay, sorry, go ahead. Oh, my bad.
Is LeBron James the GOAT? Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
is the GOAT, not LeBron James. I think we can all agree on something officially.
I think, yeah,
we
that
all
might be the
agree on
only
that.
thing so
Michael
far, to be
Jeffrey
honest.
Jordan is the GOAT. So it's not LeBron James. That's quick. That's short for me. And does the game cater to him? No. But the game has given him too much power. That's what I'll say. He has more power than the average player, or even an elite player like himself should have. You know, if we're talking about the business of basketball, it's tough for me to say that the player should be all up in it and should be the maestro and should be, you know, orchestrating deals and all these type of things. Like Chris said, he's the greatest GM this game has right now. I don't think that should be the case for a player. The league doesn't cater to him, but he has too much power as a one individual player in a league of 300 plus guys. That would be the only thing for me. And if we're going to talk about how they cater to him, I'm going to say this. Every time the man's shooting free throws, they always try and distract you. So you don't notice that he's shit.
That's a good point. It's funny, but it's a good point.
Listen, it's facts. Now that I said that, pay
Tell me
attention.
how that worked in the bubble.
Yo, it was a glaring. Whenever LeBron is at the free throw line, they always bring up stats about something. They're always gonna talk about something, or they'll put the camera somewhere else. Oh, they're supposed to drink in the stands, or what? Like I'm telling you, they really try their best. I don't know if this is a request from Team LeBron. What's his manager's name again?
Rich Paul.
Rich Paul. I don't know if Rich Paul's pulling strings up there, but when he's shooting free throws, the attention, you better believe, is on something else.
It's true.
One thing I find, before I flip it to you as well, when I think about LeBron, the GM, the one thing I think about in NBA history to Kobe as well, when Chris Paul was traded to the Lakers and they vetoed that trade.
it. That's good.
2000 and what was that? 13 maybe? No, maybe
Yeah,
even earlier.
yeah.
They vetoed that trade. Enough said.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm glad you put it in that context because he was traded.
He was traded.
He was there. He was done.
Yeah.
Pau Gasol.
Deal was done. Yeah.
Lamar, Odom, the shell of Lamar Odom, and they vetoed that trade.
Crazy. That would have been a crazy.
That would have been Chris Paul and Kobe.
Kobe would have won another. Like who knows how
Chris
many?
Paul would have got his first.
He would have got it. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Poor Chris Paul.
I just want to show this on the camera again.
This is another swaggy piece.
You lost your credibility to do that.
Another quick one.
You're
You guys
0 for
are
1.
gonna like
Who's
this?
this?
This is LeBron. LeBron said, "I've won 2 of the hardest championships in NBA history."
Stop it.
So the reason why I posted that,
Was the bubble one of them?
yeah, that's what he said.
Bubble?
The reason why I posted that is because
Come on.
I'm not even going to talk about the GOAT because it's Michael Jordan. I don't even get into those debates with people. But in regards to how does he dictate the way the NBA goes, I'm going to get really deep with it because I believe the product, again, and I'm always going to use the word product, is a business standpoint. So from a business standpoint, we've got to get people in the seats. LeBron dictates the way that goes and his team with Rich Paul, et cetera, et cetera. He puts narratives out there to create the conversation more around whatever he's doing and his team. The people that are part of LeBron's team always become topic in any sort of conversation. We're talking about him now. Every conversation becomes a LeBron-based conversation based off of the way his team kind of sets things up. And I think the NBA understands that. And LeBron said this a while back. And fact check me, anybody, go back and fact check and Google the interview where Shaq said he was shocked when LeBron said, "I am the NBA." He wasn't wrong though. He is the NBA. You can't go back and go, oh, LeBron is crazy for saying that. Everything LeBron does is about bringing more revenue to the product. So the NBA knows if LeBron, and I've never seen, I don't know if you guys have seen it, I've never seen LeBron commit a foul and just walk and put his hand up and say, "It was me." He always goes to the ref. It can be challenged, and he's going to win it probably 95% of the time. They understand you cannot go against what I don't even know what to call him. He is the catalyst for making money for the NBA, and he understands that. He turned around and said in another, and again, fact check me, he turned around in another interview and said, "I have to mentor younger players, and I have to leave the league in a good place. Kobe gave it to me, Jordan, whoever gave it to me, so I have to do the same thing." So he understands in his mind that my presence in this league is going to make this product better for the future. So in that being said, I do believe, and you guys said maybe you don't, I do believe he suggests a lot of things that happen in the league, in my opinion. I just don't think how you can't see it from a business standpoint. You would be blind to not look at the way the league is going. And again, we have already agreed we are the minority on consumers of the game. We are actual lovers of the defensive, offensive, the structure of the offense, the way things go. The average fan doesn't give a shit about any of that. They care about how many threes did Stephen Curry hit? He hit 10. That's amazing. That's what they want to see, right? How many threes did LeBron. They don't care about the other A's and B's and C's of the game. So that's just my 2 cents on it.
I'm not gonna lie, I disagree with you, man. I disagree with you, and the reason why I say that is because he's lost too much. I feel like if that was the case, they would be trying to do things or put him in a position to win. Like
he's in the finals though.
They always do.
But he's always in the finals.
Position to win.
That's all I'm saying. He's always in the position to win.
I think even with the shitty teams,
but he's lost. He's lost quite a bit, man. Like
that's because he's not what they are. I'm saying he's not what they're saying he is. That's all I'm saying.
The NBA can only step in so much. So when we talk about how much he's lost, believe it or not, the NBA really did try to help that machine to get LeBron where he needed to get. But the reality was, inevitably, his team was just too shit. And so what happens is there's circumstance and there's happenstance. They try to set up the circumstance, but sometimes the happenstance is so much more. It happens to be greater than the circumstance, and you just have to let it play out. So they might try and set up certain scenarios for the outcome to be what they want. But if what really happens kind of outweighs that, then they just have to go with what's happening. And I think a lot of the time when he took L's, they were trying to get him to that glory. They were trying to get him there, but things just kept happening to prevent it. And we see that narrative all throughout NBA.
Here's a question. So to what you're saying, the game where he stepped over Draymond's head, right? And Draymond punches him in the nuts. Obviously, that's a bad decision on Draymond, but that was Draymond's second flagrant or whatever, technical, whatever.
Missed the next game.
And he missed the next game. Are you trying to tell me the league wasn't like, that's perfect for that to happen? And LeBron, they said he got a technical, but what repercussions happened to him?
That's my point.
Those are little things that I look at,
So happens with that example, happenstance happened, and now they can use that to do what they need to do with the circumstance.
Warriors should have won that year.
I still to this day 100% think Warriors should have won. If Draymond plays, they win.
No, what happened. But
I don't know, man. I don't think
that's a 73-9 season.
I think Draymond, if plays, I think they don't lose those series. I don't think.
But once again, back to my point, because it was the 73-9 season, it was the best opportunity to give LeBron a championship in the midst of that great team.
That's true.
LeBron down 3-1. Okay, guys, this is what's going on right now. Let's see how we can make this work.
That's true.
That's the discussion at the round table. The NBA and then LeBron seat at the head of it. That's the discussion,
But sorry, what were you? I know you don't agree with it. I can see it.
I don't agree with it, man. I'm not gonna lie.
There's only so much a player can do.
That's literally what I'm about to say. Like, even if they were trying to something like that was going on, he's still losing here. Like, you're not losing a lot, but I mean he's losing. A lot of big games, a lot of big championships, things of that nature. So
is that because he's not what they're painting him to be? That's what I keep trying to understand. If to me, I think, and maybe I'm far-fetched, if we put a Kobe or a Jordan, the guys we were talking that are ranked above him in those scenarios, what do you think the outcome is? In your opinion, what do you think?
Well, we just know they're gonna shoot it. I mean, I'm not gonna say that they're gonna win 100% for sure, but we know in those scenarios, if it's a close game, they're going to shoot it. Everybody knows they're gonna shoot it. So I don't know if that's what would make or break his championship record. I can't say that because that's his style of game. But we know if it was other guys in those positions, they're shooting it a few more times in those clutch moments.
And I think, to be honest,
Kobe's shooting it.
Yeah, for sure.
and I think
Kobe's shooting it. Yeah.
And I think in today's generation, we're outdated now, so it doesn't really people aren't gonna. The younger generation isn't gonna equate what we're talking about to what they see today. So it's we could talk about Jordan, Kobe, etc. They don't know because they haven't really watched, and if they don't go back and watch the clips, and nowadays footage is everything. If you don't have that, it didn't exist. It didn't happen. So it's
up on YouTube.
You're just talking. Exactly, right? So they have to go back and really analyze and really look at that. But again, if you go back and look at the old product, we're watching San Antonio Spurs games that are only scoring 70 points. You don't want to watch that. Nobody wants to watch a full game of San Antonio playing Houston and it's a 70-point game. Like nobody wants to see it, but defense is being played. It's just different, you know.
You know what I will say if we're gonna close up this point?
Yeah.
Now that he's close to reaching Kareem, I do feel that certain things are kind of happening right now to kind of make that happen. Or to
He's gonna get there.
he's gonna get there, no doubt about it. But I just saw a stat today. His everything is up in his season 18 minutes per like everything is up. You know, and the way that he's playing the game, the way the team is playing around him, I feel if there's any catering being done, even, you know, not no big deal or anything, but they want him to catch Kareem before the end of his career.
100%.
The NBA as an entity wants him to get that #1 tag. So I think they're gonna do whatever they can. We don't know how limited that is. They're gonna do whatever they can to help that. I think.
I'm gonna be honest though, like there's nothing you can do about it either though.
Yeah.
No, I think there's a lot. There's strings that they could pull.
No,
like,
but I'm saying like if LeBron wants to do it, there's nothing anyone can stop him from doing it though.
Well, unless
There is someone who can
Unless
stop him from doing
he
it.
gets hurt, but there's nothing.
Yeah,
no
unless
one
he
can
gets
stop him
hurt
from
or,
doing it.
well, the reality is he just might, if he doesn't do it, if he retires before he does it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's a guy that can overpass him, 7-footer in Brooklyn.
Oh,
I agree with that.
No, it's gonna happen.
I agree with that.
You know what's tough with him though is
He's-
he's had a lot of major injuries.
Yeah, that's the
so
thing. If
yeah,
he can-
he's had a couple seasons where he only played a few games and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Anyway,
I
we're
think he's gonna put up. But KD could put up more points at a faster
We
clip.
can
It
talk,
won't take as long
we
to
can
do
talk
that.
about LeBron
yeah,
for a
we can
while.
go forever. We're at the 15-minute mark.